Hello, my name is Frank Servideo. I'm here to do a short tutorial on our new exciting cards and ways to move Bitcoin to fiat and put it onto a credit card. And the company name is called ShakePay.co is the website. That's ShakePay.co is their website. And they're a Canadian company that's going to help us and make it very user-friendly at any merchant in the world. Yes, you heard it, any merchant in the world. And please, folks, understand that this is another option and a choice, okay? And more of a simplicity. Some folks are saying, how can we, the mainstream and main folks don't know how the mainstream don't know about digital currency, and this is just another way of being able to convert digital currency and put it onto a application or put it onto a plastic card. And right now the app's only available for Androids, but they are working on an Apple product, so just stay tuned for that. And remember, folks, this is alpha testing, and we've actually pushed forward, Hans and I have pushed forward to see if they would allow more of our members to go into alpha testing, and they said yes. We're extremely excited, and that's before beta testing, so this is so early. They're in soft launch, and so far we've been extremely excited. I've been using the card for 3 months. Hans is using it right now as we speak, and he's used it for about 4 months, and we've had no issues. The purpose of today's call or video is to introduce you to how to load it and the simplicity. And I know this is new to everybody, but everybody's getting better about recognizing addresses, etc. So again, we are going to have everybody can actually, with the exception of the US, could actually apply for a Shake card, a virtual card for Androids only, and a plastic card for everybody excluding the US for right now. But the US has got Coinbase, and they have Coinbase's card called Shift. So they're not left alone. Our big brothers there are doing just fine with Coinbase, and we needed an alternative for other countries, and especially Canada, because Coinbase has actually going to be stopping the relationship with the processor in order to move funds in Canadian dollars. So let me move on and continue, and I'm going to screen share here. And again, in order for you to get a Shake card, you need an invite only. If you went to their website and just put your email address here, you will not get a card. It's going to be invite only through me. So please send me your first, your last name, and email address all in the same line, and just say invite in the subject line for the Shake card. All right, the Shake card is, and this is what it looks like on an Android. And basically, this is the system that you would load it and follow the prompts. You get a virtual card. But as of 2 weeks ago, they have allowed members from the club and all of us to actually go ahead with a plastic card. They're going to have a multi-currency card that you'll be able to select whether you want euros, US dollars, or Canadian dollars. Yes, you heard me correct, even Canadian dollars, but the Canadian dollars will not be available. Don't have a timeline. We're hoping for the fall, but in the interim, we could use US dollars, and everybody must understand there is a conversion rate from US to Canadian dollars of 3%. We can't avoid that, and there's 1% loads. But I'll go through the tour of the dashboard here. And also, I want to make sure and stress that everybody goes through the frequently asked questions, and that will help you and give you a better understanding on things. And don't forget, again, this is alpha testing before beta testing, and they're just launching and working with us. So be patient. We're extremely excited with these folks, and they're growing fast. I'm going to go into my dashboard. As you can see, there's my virtual card, which I have $72 on it. I can actually load it several times. I actually have applied for a plastic card, do not have it, just did it, and I should receive it sometimes next week, okay? And basically, I could view these cards, I could load on these cards, so I'm gonna go view here. I can view the card, but it'll give you, and it'll go on the internet, so I will not do that. It'll give you all my numbers, so I don't want that all over the internet, but I am going to add funds just so people could see how easy it is. So as you can see here, I loaded $5 US dollars. That's the minimum, and there's a maximum of 10,000 a day if you actually, and there's limits, of course, which we'll go through in a moment. But as you can see, these are card loads. I've done them several times. Merchants, I've used it at merchants here. Nicole's Laser Hair, I've done it there. At Starbucks, Dairy Queen, Subways. I just test in waves. So I had 5 or 6 different merchants, and I've also did an online sale just so that I could show you that I've also done an online sale. So the virtual cards is basically good for your online orders and your local taps, okay? But just as of 2 weeks ago, they've introduced the plastic card, so I'm really excited about it. All right, and let's just go through the list, and then we'll come back and add funds. So here's the different fees. Please make sure you go to the different fees, okay? And so you understand all the different fees. There's fees in everything that we do. The conversion fee will be dropped once they have a Canadian card, but unfortunately, we'll only be able to use a US card, and it's 3%. But you know what? We've all had great upsides on digital currency, so I would like everybody to get into the market and used to these things, so we're prepared once we have our Canadian cards and get used to the system. All right. So I'm not going to go through all the different fees here. As you can see, there's some free ones, and of course ATM. If you withdraw funds from an ATM, it's $3.50. Okay, and yes, they're available in about 130 countries. And card limits. Here are the card limits. You don't need to get verified to get a virtual card, but they'll be the limits won't be as great. I recommend that you do the upgrade to your second level, which they're going to request, and you could communicate with the company, and they'll request your, of course, picture ID, bill, etc. Please fill that out. I want everybody to get to the level 2 so that you have lots of flexibility in the future. All right. So the only last thing I'm going to share with you folks is actually I'm going to go to my cards here, and I'm going to go to my virtual card and show you how I'm going to load. Now, it's easier if you were doing it on an Android and an app, and as long as you have Coinbase or the XMC app open, you can withdraw out of those accounts. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add funds here. I'm going to load this from a dashboard, okay? Now, the dashboard is not mine because I don't want my, of course, my identity all over the internet. So what I'm going to do is just going to hit add funds, and I'm just going to say 10 here, and I'm going to hit OK. And I'm just going to go through the exercise, and as you see, there's a 1% charge. Now it says send invoice. You can send the invoice to yourself and then click on the link, and then you'll be able to get the address and the amount. Okay. So if this was on your phone, you hit open in a wallet, and if you were on an Android, and then it would open up on a wallet, and it'll ask you to, if you wanted to take coin out of your XMC wallet or Coinbase, if you had those apps open. But I'm taking this out of a dashboard, so I'm going to copy this amount right here, copy the address here like so, hit copy, and of course I have another tab open. Then I'm going to go here, and of course I don't have the send button. I would have a send button, and then I would put the address in here, click on it, and do the auth, and then that is it. That's how simple it is. But also you would have to come here, back here, and get the official amount like so and copy. So to summarize, you would copy the address, go into any dashboard, and put that address in there, come back and copy the amount, then hit send and your auth, and that is how easy it is to load a Shake card. I hope this has been helpful. Really excited about this. Don't be delayed. Start using it and get used to your Shake card, and let's grow with them. It's going to be an exciting ride. Thanks for listening. See you in the next video. Bye for now.